But yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy AJ.
It's your boy Nick.
This is Hip Hop Vibes, a podcast. What's poppin' with you, homie?
Ain't nothing, bro. Another
I
day,
like how I
another
said,
dollar.
I like how I said what's poppin' as you're wearing red. That's cool.
This
And I got blue on for once.
is just coincidence. Coincidence.
I'm supposed to be the one
Purely
wearing red out here.
coincidental.
But nah, man, we have been live for about, I think, a month.
Yeah, I think it's been a
I
month.
think it's been a month. Yeah, we've been mad busy. We've been mad busy out here
Yeah, busy.
networking,
Very busy. A
life,
lot of things
man.
going on. Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. Oh, tell them about today's topic.
Okay, yeah, today's topic. Today's topic, main topic is going to be discussing Rolling Stone's 200 greatest rap albums of all time. The concrete list, you can't disagree with it. It's just fact. It's just straight fact. We've accepted it. We don't have any feelings at all.
At all.
Just like JLH would want us, you know what I mean? The way she likes it. No opinions.
Ain't no
Don't
opinions.
shit. We don't fuck your feelings.
Don't
We
give a
don't want to
damn
hear
about your
that
opinions.
shit.
Shit.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna focus on the top 20, but then also point out a couple standout ones that were interesting in the top 50,
Yeah,
and then also we'll do the Logic. If we have time, we'll do the Logic part one of the Logic.
Yeah, a little brief review. We'll probably go
Yeah,
more
brief
into
review. Yeah,
the following show.
yeah, we can say that,
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, we're definitely just gonna talk about the top 20 mainly, just because 200 that's too much. And I ain't gonna lie, I haven't even listened to all the albums that are on our list.
Hell no,
That's a
I
lot of
haven't
albums.
listened
I'm
to
like,
them.
I was just like, who the hell is this?
That's one thing I actually liked about it, honestly. Though, like,
Yeah, yeah,
when I first went over the list, I skipped all the ones I didn't know. I was like, fuck that, fuck that. Okay, let me get to
yeah.
the ones that I
That's
know
real.
because I wanted to see where they ranked it. But then the second time I went through the list, I started actually saving different albums that they were recommending. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But
But I know for me, my homegirl had texted me about the list, and I'm like, okay, first time looking at, I'm just gonna look at the top 40. And number
yeah,
40,
yeah,
and number 40 was the Chronic.
yeah,
I was just like,
yeah.
oh nah, this list trash already. Nope. Mm. No, granted, I'm not a biased nigga, but I'm just like, Chronic shouldn't be that low. Well, the stuff
that low.
even if you did put out 40, like the albums
Yeah,
that you put in front of it, I don't agree with personally.
right,
Like, at least not before Chronic.
right.
But I mean, yeah, we gonna get into that shit anyway. But
Definitely.
you just mentioned fucking we talked about Logic. Yeah, he did just drop a new album a couple weeks ago. So you did have mad album releases that came out within this month. So you had Logic, you had Snoop Dogg dropped the joint Death Row Summer. That shit's fire.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw. I didn't listen to it. I saw that shit though.
It was good. That joint was really good. Um, Everybody was talking about fucking Drake's house part.
Oh yeah,
House.
I did listen to that. I listened to that. I listened to
What you
that. I
think about
did.
that one? What you think about it personally?
As a fan of house music, because I actually like it. I used to even produce it. I actually enjoyed the shit. Um,
Yeah,
it was. I thought it was a vibe. You know what I mean? Like I didn't personally, because again, I like house music. I didn't. I thought it was a vibe. I thought he sounded pretty natural on that shit.
yeah.
It kind of reminded me of shit he used to make. You know what I mean? A little more like
Passion fruit.
emotional and shit. And it was cool. It felt natural. I've always been a little more a fan of the you know how like 20 I would say like 2014 was like tough guy Drake started coming out, you know what I mean? Started doing kind of like tough guy shit, you know what I mean? Like just sort of,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I always liked the Drake before that a little bit more. So it kind of channeled some
Mm.
of that older energy, and I like that shit.
And when you
Um
say before that, you mean like Take Care Drake or like So Far
Take
Gone?
care, yeah. Like so far gone, take care, thank me later. Like that, that Drake. I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. I mean, personally, I like it when anyone takes a artistic gamble.
Risk.
You know, he could just do the same shit, but he was like, let me do something a little different. So I always think that's cool.
Yeah, I fuck with that one.
What'd
It's
you
an
think of
album.
it?
I liked it. Actually, I personally liked it. I didn't hate it. Now, is it an album that I see myself going back to and listening to over again? Not really. At least not right now. It might have to grow
Yeah,
on me.
that's fair.
But I mean, there was some good songs. Like, of course, you got the joint with 21 Savage. Um, I can't remember the name of the other track, but
We need they all like seamlessly
yeah,
kind of like
yeah, exactly,
yeah.
yeah. But there was one track in particular that I did really like. I just can't remember the name. But that shit, that I mean, I see what people talking about. People were expecting like a City Boys type of Drake type shit. Like Future
Mm,
had just dropped his shit, so they're thinking like, okay, Drake's gonna drop something similar. Nah, like nigga, this is Drake. Like
right.
they're
Oh,
expecting,
that's interesting.
they're expecting
That's
like, oh Drake. I'm like, nah, this is not. Nah, that is this album didn't really surprise me personally.
mm,
I didn't think it was
mm.
gonna be like a full blown album like that, but like I said, I didn't
Yeah.
hate it. I don't hate the album.
That sounds like some people though, like just it was a bit polarizing. Sounds like some
Yeah,
people didn't like it, and
exactly.
I mean, I could definitely see that. It's kind of like if you're expecting. You ever had that like ever had this happen when you like order, say you like order Coke, right? Like at a restaurant, and then they serve you Dr Pepper, and you take that first sip, and you're like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what is this?" And it's just like even though you might even like Dr Pepper, you're like disgusted. You're like, "I just did not expect this. Like, what is this?"
I know
Like,
exactly,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like, I've had it with Diet Coke. It's even worse with Diet Coke. Diet Coke's like
No,
that.
one time I went to Popeyes, like I got me like my 2 piece with the biscuit and my red beans and rice and the sweet tea. I drank the sweet
Yeah.
tea. That shit was fucking Coca Cola. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
and I don't, I
That's
don't,
wow.
I don't drink sodas unless I'm like chasing, unless I'm like chasing like a Crown or Coke type shit. Like I don't drink sodas. So just like, I'm like, the fuck is this?
Oh, that wow. That's even worse. Like
Like
that's
how
it. Like
is
that. It tastes nothing like soda. So I'd be disgusted. I
right?
almost got like that made me nauseous even thinking of that. That's
Or if
nasty.
you order sweet tea and it's unsweet tea, I'm like, oh, you
Oh, that's
disrespectful
totally different.
motherfuckers. You gave me
That's totally
water.
different.
You gave me color water. How dare you? How dare you?
So yeah, that's what I mean. Like that, just as a metaphor. Like some people might have expected some like different shit. You know what I mean? Expected like rap or trap beats or whatever, and they got
Yeah,
you got house
yeah,
beats. Like really? Like when is the house shit gonna end? It's only one track. The one track at the end. That's not
exactly.
like that. You know what I mean? So
And 21 Savage did his thing once again. That's a collaboration. That's just like dope collaboration. Drake and 21 Savage.
21 Savage has grown on me over the years. I
He
gotta be honest.
has big
He really
facts.
has. Like I really thought he was a little bit of a joke at first, just because of his more monotone kind of like delivery.
Yeah,
But then like he's so consistent with it, and he's become a better rapper. Like he's really like you could see him really growing his skill set, and you know what I mean. And I like it. I like
same.
it. My
Yeah,
wife
yeah,
likes
yeah.
it too, actually.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely grown as an artist. And that's a rapper as a whole. Who else? Oh, Currency dropped his own too. Currency dropped the album. One mixtape.
Wow.
Wow. Project. It was actually, that was John solid too. That's definitely one of my favorites from this year so far. Uh, that I said what Currency joint, the Wiz and Big Crit mixtape or album, and Smoke DZA, Logic, Dreamville, Kendrick, Snoop, Tego. Who else dropped the joint? Who was that putting? Oh, Pusha T joint.
Oh yeah, I saw that list. Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that on my Instagram. Yeah,
yeah, those probably my favorite albums thus far
that's
that I
what's up.
enjoyed. You got what about you?
Yeah, I'm thinking like I'm not really good with the lists and shit. But, I mean, Kendrick is definitely number one. I like the Dreamville one. I like that one. That was solid. Um, man, I'm trying to think what other shit I listened to. We'll talk about the Logic one.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
what else have I been listening to? So I gotta grab my phone every time because I'm like,
yeah.
I don't remember I don't remember. I listen to so much shit.
Same,
Oh,
bro.
I like the Jack Harlow album. I actually like that joint. I played that shit actually a lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
forgot
like
about
that
that.
one. I
It
like
was
that
solid.
one.
It was solid. I wouldn't put it as my favorite, but it was solid. It was produced. The production was nice. The production was great.
Yeah, I thought the production was good too.
I think my favorite track was on with Lil Secret with that tweet sample.
Oh, you know what one I heard? My boy, shout out Meg, my production partner. Um, he put me on Lil Durk's deluxe album, and I really didn't think I was gonna like it. I came into it like I've heard him a billion times. I was
Uh-huh.
never really impressed. I actually ended up liking it. Like it actually
Mm.
just grew. It just grew on me. Like the more I listened to it, I was like,
And it just dropped too, right? Like maybe like a couple weeks ago.
yeah, yeah. Like it just dropped like last week. I listened to it. Like I don't think I made it through the whole joint because it's literally an hour and 30 minutes. But I
Mm.
listened to 45 minutes straight of it. I actually like that shit. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, I like that.
Bet that.
Let's
That's
see.
fine.
Chris Brown is not a rap artist, but I did listen to his shit.
You heard it?
Um, yeah, I heard it. Yeah,
How was it?
it was all right. I mean, my favorite joint was the one he did with Wizkid. It was like an Afrobeat joint. That was my favorite one. Um, Anything that Wizkid does, I listen to.
Okay.
But past that, like it was cool. Like it was all right. Like I'm not really the biggest R&B dude, so some of the love songs, like I could skip those. But um, it was cool though. It was all right.
True, true.
I'm just going through the list. Some different shit that I saved in here. Um, Damn, it's so hard to find your music now. I'm like, where is my music?
True.
Like, literally, where is my music? Like, I just want to find the liked music. I mean, recently played, I guess. I don't know.
I was like, who else dropped?
I mean, I listen to Kendrick. I listen to Kendrick so many fucking times. Unbelievable.
That's
At this
right. Yeah,
point,
yeah.
I listen
Like I
to like
said,
50 times.
that's the therapy session right there. But definitely listen to the Snoop Dogg joint, the Death Row joint.
Okay,
It was,
got
it
you,
was like
got
it,
you.
it was like more of like a oldies album for real. For real. Like it had that oldies vibe.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just a couple ones, I guess. That's really all I got, bro.
True, true. All right.
That's all I got, bro. Um, but yeah, so let's talk. Yeah, talk on the list. We can look at the list.
Hell yeah. The top 20.
We can. You want to start with number 20? Okay.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's do that.
At number 20
Future.
on the list, we
That's
have
your. I
Future.
think that's your favorite. No, is that
That's
was that
right.
my favorite? I think that was my favorite. You said Young Thug was your like most overrated, and mine was Future.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, you did say Future.
of like
Yeah.
20. I think was it that most underrated, most overrated of 2010s, or what was that from? I forget. I don't
No, I
remember.
think I just said overrated in general.
Oh, in general, yeah, yeah, yeah,
I said Young Thug.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, this joint. I mean, I remember being in the club when like "Fuck Up Some Commas" came on and shit like that.
Mm.
I like that song a lot.
No, this
And,
is a club banger. This is a club
that
banger,
was
bro.
fire, and it so I mean I liked it. I liked the project. I mean I listened to it like in whole maybe like once or twice, but the singles were really good. Like um yeah, I mean like it or not, Future is like that dude. He was called Future because by his cousin or something who was a rap producer and who believed that he would be the future of rap, and he kind of has made it happen.
Mm.
Like the dude really has influenced so many people. You look at like Lil Uzi Vert and shit like that. You know what I mean? He's like spawned people
Yeah.
like that. Juice World,
Juice World.
like I mean, it's undeniable. Like it's undeniable. Um, and yeah, he definitely was swagging on a lot of these tracks. Like, um, so I thought it was good.
Yeah. Like I like the album. I actually went back and listened to it like a couple months ago. Like the album is good. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a bad album. But to be top 20 of all time.
Yeah, see, that's my thing too. Is like not to cut you off, but I'm just looking at what they said about DS2 in the description,
Oh
and to
yeah.
me, it's kind of like, well, what? I mean, it's like, what is? so special that it's number 20. Like you could like they pretty much in the description like, oh, it was a good album, so number 20. Like that's like what? Like I mean, I could
Right.
come with a lot of good albums. You could say where's you could say like Culture 2 by the Migos. You could put that in there. You could put so many different albums in there. Like I don't quite get why they said it had modern classics. And it was a rare instance where a deluxe repackaging actually enhances the album. I mean, I don't know how special that really is, to be honest with you. My personal opinion. That's just me, though. That's just me.
But they're not lying when they say it's not a college party. They're just not going to play this.
They're not lying with that part.
So,
nope.
So yeah, it definitely left. It definitely left like a good impression, like in the hip.
For sure. Nah, it did though.
But again, personally, top 20 of all time? Nah. Now if you're talking about like trap music, oh yeah, for sure. Shit, they in their top 10.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely put it in the top 10.
Yeah. All right. On to number 19. We got Lil Kim. Hardcore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't actually listen to the whole album, dog.
I have. I did. I averaged it. I love Lil Kim. This was actually a good album. I like it.
It was good, huh?
Yeah, it was a good album. Because yeah, like Question You, you had Not Tonight. That's the one that had the Not Tonight remix with it was her, Missy, Left Eye, The Brat, Angie Martinez.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, like all the
that.
female artists. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing somebody. But no, I think it might have been This Was 5. But yeah, that was like, yeah. This was a good album. That was a great album. Hardcore. Now I haven't listened to it recently, but the last time I did hear it, like, it was fire. And as far as like, women MCs or like female MCs, rappers, whatever, however you want to like name them, this is definitely up there too. This is definitely like a top 10.
I'm not mad at 19. Where it is. I'm not mad at that shit.
Maybe not top 20, but I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna say yes. I'm not gonna say no.
For me, I think the fact that she's a female MC, I think sort of gives it a little. For me, I just like everybody having a little voice at the table, kind of like diversity sort of shit. True. You know what I mean? That's more why I'd be like, underrepresented community, underrepresented, subset of hip hop. A lot of female rappers would never have existed if it wasn't for, those artists.
That's facts.
You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that.
No, that's real. Number 18. Madvillain, aka MF Doom. No, I'm not gonna hold John. I haven't listened to this project. I've heard songs from MF Doom, like but I never heard like a whole like legit project. I think the most I heard like a greatest hits album.
Okay, I'm actually gonna save this shit in my phone because I've heard about this for a long time, and I just never listened to it. And I've liked being a big Jay Dilla fan, Madlib came pretty naturally. They did an album together called Champion Sound like 2004, and then before that I started listening to a lot of Madlib's like his beats and instrumental albums and shit like that. So I know he's really cool, and I've heard good things of MF Doom too. And actually my boys actually really like listening to him growing up. My boy Ryan really liked listening to him.
Okay.
He liked his whole style. I might have to hear that shit. Yeah.
The songs I've heard were actually really good. I just never heard a whole project from him.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be mad at him being on the top 20. Definitely not mad at that at all. And plus, like, this is one of the main albums that I hear about from MF Doom. One of the ones.
Yeah, for sure. This is like the one. For sure.
Right. Speaking of Mad Lib, bro, that nigga need to do a versus. He should do a versus.
Who? With who?
I don't know. I heard he was supposed to do one against Alchemist. but Alchemist was like, nah, nigga, he gonna cross me. Nah, I'm good. Even Alchemist said, nah, I'm good. I don't want that smoke.
Wow, bro, that would be so fucking dope, though.
I feel like that would be an interesting battle, though.
No, I think that'd be really interesting. I mean, I agree. Madlib sort of has like this kind of Jay Dilla-esque sort of like maestro shit going for him. He's just like unique and thinks different, and he just has like very, very like he's very technically gifted and whatnot. Personally, I think that'd be interesting. Alchemist and him, like honestly, Alchemist, don't sell himself short, man. Alchemist is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
He's been great over the years. He's been doing shit for a long fucking time. I think the first tracks I remember hearing from him was I think it was in 1990, it was 98. He was doing shit for Mobb Deep off their album. Yeah, he's been fired for a long time. He's still doing all kinds of shit. All that shit he did with Freddie Gibbs too.
We gonna make it.
We gonna make us fire.
That's
so much shit.
Favorite beat from him.
So much shit, man. He was such an inspiration. It also his whole life story too really hit for me too. He grew up in the suburbs and shit. Fell in love with hip hop. Started making beats. Looked the same fucking story as me. So I remember getting was it the Infamy or what was it? No, First Infantry. That was his album. First Infantry.
Yeah.
That shit. I got that shit. And yeah, I fucking love that.
Oh, he
shit.
just celebrated his that album anniversary. What is it? I think yesterday. No, 2 days ago.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That album was crazy.
That was like 18 years. That's only 18 years old now.
He had all types of shit on that, bro. He had Nas. He had Early Game. He had, of course, Prodigy, Lloyd Banks. Like, yeah, he definitely inspired me. It made me feel like I could do shit too. Honestly.
Number 17. Jesus.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay.
Out of all the Kanye albums you could have put here,
I'm not like too mad at it, but I am at the same time because production wise, I mean, I've heard the tracks, they're very interesting, but just like lyrically, it just felt like such a fall off from the project before it. You know what I mean? That's just me. What do you think, man?
This was after what? Watch the Throne, right?
This was after Watch the Throne, and his last solo project was Beautiful Twisted, Twin Fantasy.
Yeah. The fact that this is a number 17 and College Dropout isn't.
Yeah,
it bothers me, and I feel like College Dropout was surprisingly low for me. I can't remember where it was on the list, but I remember it being pretty low.
That's a bad sign. You don't even remember where that shit was.
Right. It's below. It's not like it's below the 40s. It's below the 40s. I remember that much.
So you sure? Because I don't think it is. I scrolled up a moment ago, but we'll see. Right. Let's look for it later.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't agree with this one at all. On top 20. But next is 16. Cardi B. Invasion of Privacy, number 16.
I love this shit though. I'm not even gonna lie.
I do too.
I'm not even gonna lie. That shit is fire. The album is really good, and I think in the long run, it will actually. I think it actually will be remembered as like, a classic. I think it actually might.
No,
like,
it definitely is going to be a classic.
I think it actually will. To say we talked before the show offline. We said we talked about Lauryn Hill, like dropping the one album,
the one solo album,
diamond shit. You know what I mean? Diamond certifications and everything. Like I think Cardi B is like very much solidifies and sort of like forecasting the future of what rap music will be and how stars will come to be, especially for female artists. Like she was the real reality show, with the following on social media. That's the future of music. That's where artists are coming from now. And that's like a built-in part of music now. She's a product of that. And then also, I just can't help but like want to smile thinking of her story. You know what I mean? Growing up the way she did, and then
Look at her now. Yeah.
look at her now. Like, how do you not like want to cheer for her a little bit? You know what I mean? Like it's so yeah. I actually thought it was just a good album in general. Like
It was.
I thought she actually like. I was surprised. I didn't think it was gonna be like I was like this reality TV show rap shit. Like I was like, let's see about this, and I was surprised by it. I thought it was good, man. I thought it was really good.
Like every song was on the Billboard charts. I think every song was like in the top 20 at least. I want to say top 10.
Yeah, no, yeah.
You made this correlation like off. We talked about this like before the show started, but you like what Lauryn Hill's joint dropped in '98, and this dropped in 2018, like 2 decades later.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Correlation between that. Not comparing her. I mean, I'm not comparing her to Lauryn Hill like lyrically, nothing like that. But just as far as the impact goes, like, and then you got to look at where the game was as far as like women rappers go, female MCs go. Like in the game at that time, all you had was Nicki, and then Remy made like a little bit of a comeback when she got out of jail and got off.
Yeah.
But other than that, like that's all you had. And then all of a sudden you got Cardi B. She comes out of nowhere, dropping shit. Then next thing you know, you got Megan Thee Stallion, you got City Girls, you got Sweetie, you got Lotto, you got
right. She opened up the floodgates.
Exactly.
I feel like it was like a time female rap was like a desert. There wasn't much coming out. Like you said, like it was like Nicki was like in the Oasis. She was the one place where they had water. She was just by herself running the whole show, and then. Like you said, like I would give even more credit to Cardi B for that because she was just like totally on her own. You know what I mean? Like it was like the demand for female rap was just so. I would argue it was less because they only had one artist. There wasn't as many like, but she came out and mainstream. Of course, yeah, mainstream, and she was able to make something out of very little. You know what I mean? And everybody liked her. I mean, everybody, basically all my female friends and, everybody was playing that shit.
Everybody love Cardi B. You gotta have a little bit of ratchetness in your life. Just a little bit.
Absolutely. You got it, man. A little bit of righteousness, a little bit of ratchet. And just like Charlamagne says.
You just need balance, perfect balance.
And I mean, commercial, right, balance. Yes, balance.
But yeah, commercially, this is
commercially, like from a producer standpoint, I'm like, this, if I could just even get anywhere in a 10-mile radius of anything she does, like, bro, like I remember the video that she posted when all her plaques came in. That shit was hilarious. She was like in a room, literally every song, like you had said before, every single song was like top 10, top 20, whatever. Yeah. Every single song got at least a gold or platinum certification. So she's sitting in a room and like all the plaques are in there. Like half of them are in the box because there's so many. She's just surrounded by them and they're just taking a video of it. Not for me as a producer, who's always dreamed of getting that kind of validation from the industry. I'm like, bro, that's gold, man. She's a gold mine, bro.
Yeah.
Gold mine, bro.
They're definitely going to go diamond in no time.
For sure.
Give it a couple years. Right. On to number 15, a huge leap back. Paid in Full, Airbnb and Rakim.
Yeah, I mean this. This I think is very, very worthy of its spot for me personally.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Like Rakim basically birthed the whole like New York golden era sound. Like a lot of that shit came from his no nonsense, cold and sharp delivery. Like he was just a dude who was so fucking serious. You just did not want to fuck with him. Like he was just so serious. And the way he would rap too was next level. Like his rhyming schemes and shit were like extremely advanced. Like so rappers like Nas they really just owe him, really owe him. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like and that shit holds up. I listened to this one recently. It actually holds up. The beats and everything. Like obviously it sounds like 80s, but like it really it sounds good though. It doesn't sound like corny. Some things don't age well. This one did.
Cause he ain't no joke.
No.
But nah, yeah, this definitely was fire. This definitely deserves number 15. You could argue maybe going a little bit higher, but I think this is solid for where it is.
Why do you think it could be a little higher?
Just cause I think just because of impact. Could just birth like a whole, like you said, it birthed like the whole New York sound, like Nas, DMX, like everybody, almost everybody from New York. It was either Rakim or Big Daddy Kane. So,
Right.
And then from there you went from Pop to Biggie. Then you went to like Jay-Z and Nas and like so on and so forth. But that was like the birth for like all that shit.
So you're saying it should be like higher, like 14, 13, 12, whatever. Like that's what you
like
mean?
14. It's like 14, 13.
A little higher. Okay, I was confused. I thought you meant. Okay.
No, I wouldn't say like top 10. I wouldn't say top 10. Just like,
I always feel like, yeah, like I respect that. I respect that. I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just because there's so much shit out now. Cause just like man, this came out in like 80 and 87. That was like shit over 30 years ago.
Right. Right.
The nigga, I'm 32, so that was like 35 years ago that shit came out. Almost 40 years ago that shit came out.
Right. Yeah, 40. Yeah.
Damn near. So like, it's just so much shit that came out since then. Number 14, Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele. No, Ghostface is actually, he's my favorite. I just finished the fucking the Wu-Tang story like on Hulu.
Oh yeah, how was that shit?
That shit was good, bro. I just finished watching that joint. It's crazy him and him and Raekwon had that much beef before like they started rapping. I ain't gonna hold you. Do I even remember? I'm trying to remember what was on this album.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like Apollo Kids. I remember, but
I do remember hearing good shit about this album though. Like anytime you talk about Ghostface Killer, you talk about this album. So it's definitely, I feel it holds up. It definitely holds up. From like all the talk I heard.
I'm gonna add this shit to my to-do list.
Like I know I've heard this shit, but I've probably heard it all the way through.
I remember when I was a kid, I bought I think it was Fish Scale. I think it was called.
Fish Scale, yeah, I remember.
Bro, I fuck with that. I thought that album was really good.
That album I did listen to.
That one I read. Oh my god! I'm pulling up the tracks right now and I'm getting like crazy deja vu, bro. I remember
for Fish Scale or just one.
Yeah, shit. Oh, bro, he had a bunch of great Just Blaze beats too. Yeah. Oh, bro, yeah. Beauty Jackson, 9 Milli Bros.
What's the one he had? I think I'm the Champ. I think it was
the Champ. Yep, the Champ. Yeah, Shaky Dog, Crack Spot, Ragu. Oh, bro, this shit actually was so fucking fire.
What was the single off that one?
The single was Back Like That with Neo.
Oh, the Neo. Okay, it was Neo.
Which I actually liked. I liked that too. I liked every single fucking song on this shit. Bro, that album was fire, bro. I'm actually gonna listen to that later. Yeah, for me, he was he is and was my favorite Wu-Tang member.
Same, he's my favorite Wu-Tang member too.
It's something about like Raekwon's behind him, but for me, it's like I don't know, it's something about the way I don't know, it's hard to describe.
I like his consistency. I feel like he's like the only member that consistently put out a solo album. Because you got this, you got with the Big Tony, the Pretty Tony album that came out I think in like 02, 03. Fish Scale, you got the Big Doe Rehab. I think when that come out like 08, 09, something like that. Like I feel like he's just more consistent compared to all the other Wu-Tang members.
I can see that.
So that's why he's my favorite. Plus, he just has that flow.
He got great flow, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, and I would say he has the best guest feature on Kendrick Lamar's latest album as well.
Oh yeah.
I would say that was my favorite guest singing, rapping contribution. That was really fucking good. His verse was really fucking good. You know your verse is really fucking good if you're on a track with Kendrick and you don't sound out of place. Like, yeah.
Facts. No, that's real. That's real. All right, number 13. The Chronic.
This is 180. It shouldn't be like 13, man. This West Coast trash. Get rid of it.
And I'm not mad. I'm actually not mad that it's in front of the original Chronic. I'm not mad at that actually.
Really?
I'm not. Even though I've, because it's definitely in my top 5 too. But both Chronics are in my top 5, or definitely my top 10. Hell, it's sitting right up here. But yeah, this album was amazing from top to bottom. This one of his albums that I go back and listen to. No skips. Even the skits, no skips. Like you got, like the singles we get, like Next Episode, Forget About Dre, Still Dre. Then you got songs like Bitch Niggas, Some LA Niggas.
I haven't heard I don't know what these songs are. I've never heard them, man. You gotta play that shit for me. I never heard this shit.
You haven't heard?
I forgot about Dre, man. I don't know. I don't know these songs. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Doctor Who? Nah, fucking with you. No, I told you on the last show. I actually been listening to the last couple of years. I've been listening to the instrumental version of the shit.
Yeah, oh yeah, you did.
Because I mean, as everybody knows, I'll say it again. I'm a producer, so beats are always my number one thing, and I mean, just sonically is so cohesive. It's extremely cohesive. Like it just flows perfectly.
It does from top to bottom. It can do no wrong.
And the amount of songs, the amount you just listed. I mean, the amount of hits, the amount of the guests. Like, I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. Dr. Dre is so good at like doing the ensemble shit. Like he brings everybody together. He's able to get like all the best people together in the same room. Like it's crazy. Nice. And you got songs like Still Dre. But I can't believe I'm forgetting the name of the song, dog. Hold up. Hey, next episode? Like that, those two songs are gonna be played forever. Like then,
for sure.
I mean? Especially the latter one. You know what I mean? Next episode will be played forever.
Right. And if you don't play it, it's just you can at least play Nate Dogg's part.
Right.
If you don't play nothing else, you can play Nate Dogg's part. Hold up.
Right. That's just good. So I don't have any problem with that.
Yeah, and this came at a point where like G-Funk wasn't really too much of a thing at that point. It was sort of kind of die off from, and this brought it back, like a post G-Funk era.
Yeah, no, it did. It definitely did. And I actually, from a producer standpoint, one thing I liked was he did definitely have the G-Funk sound, but he also brought some new sounds with him. Like he was doing like a little bit less samples, and it was more like he had some like live piano or like different live percussion. Like he was, you could see like the shift. So I like how he didn't try to recreate exactly what he did before. It was like different. I like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's hard to really, it's hard to really dispute that one.
Facts. Oh yeah. Like I said, I don't mind it being in front of the Chronic at all.
Yeah, me neither. Because sometimes, like, you build on something and then it becomes better than the first version. You know what I mean? Like, like any piece of technology. You know what I mean? Like headphones. Like, we don't wear the same headphones we wore in the 70s or some shit. You know what I mean? Right. Things get better with time.
Exactly. Dre's a perfectionist, so he gonna make sure this joint popping. Number 12. Here we go. Number 12. VA's anthem right here. Clips. Lord willing.
I'm gonna listen to that. I'm listening to that again, bro.
With the classic song Grinding.
I'm gonna listen to that again, bro.
You couldn't go to you couldn't go to lunch at all without hearing that Grinding beat on the table.
That's classic, man.
Yeah. Now, do you think it should be a number 12?
No.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think it was a very like cohesive and like memorable and like thematic rap album. Not because of that. I loved Hell Hath No Fury too.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
no, not for those reasons. Like that, just the I just say like cultural impact. Yeah, I'm just like, like, I mean, this would be ridiculous to expect this, but like, if this album launched a whole like VA sound thing that like got so big, like VA became like the new Atlanta. Okay, yeah, and then maybe I would say like this should be a top 10 album, but because I mean, and of course, I mean, like that'd be unrealistic, but I just don't feel like it made that kind of like such a huge impact that I would say it was as good. But I mean, from a pure, and I think the way Rolling Stones honestly looking at this is more like, hey, these are just the best albums, period. We're not really thinking about legacy. We're not really thinking about like what it contributed to the culture. If you only had a couple to listen to, here are the ones, you know what I mean? And I mean, it's really fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I love the minimal beats. I mean, they really had the whole shit just mapped out. They just knew exactly what they, you know what I mean? Some of the greatest producers.
Shout out to the Neptunes.
Neptune's greatest producers.
What's poppin', Brian? My boy Brian on the live.
Oh, what's up, Brian?
Oh
yeah, I just saw a little comment pop up.
Yeah. Hold on. He said, hold on. Do y'all agree with the whole list? Hell no. Hell no.
Hell no. Do you, bro? Yeah. Do you? Curious. I mean, like, it'd be hard to agree with the whole 200.
Right. I sure as hell don't. I told you when I saw number 40, that was the first thing I saw. I don't agree at all. Nope.
Hey, AJ, look what Brian said. What you were just talking about.
That's my boy that's my nigga from high school though.
Oh, okay. There you go. There you go. You were thinking of him. There you go.
That's my boy. I tell you about, like, that makes beats too. He makes beats too.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I gotta hear his shit.
He said, "Yeah, he don't at all." Hell yeah.
Nah, he lying. Yeah. He lying. His name's Bright Boy Beats. Come on.
Yeah, man.
I'm actually gonna follow. I'm gonna follow him. I thought I did follow him actually. I'm gonna look him up.
That's the one I told you did the joint with Tink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, we don't agree with this list at all. We're just talking about the top 20 and like some of the other shit that we don't agree with. Cause it would take forever to do this whole 200 list.
Yeah, you saw they had like 8 people do this article. Like they had a whole fucking staff of people doing this shit. You can't sit down and listen.
Nah.
I mean, imagine how many imagine the first list they came up with all the ones that were in consideration. What was it, like 600 albums, and then they broke it down. Like, that's crazy, man. So I respect the Rolling Stone for doing it, because that's cool.
Right. I don't know if I can make a list. I couldn't make a list. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's too much, man. That's like I'd be too much pressure for me.
You're right. Brad said
he's out waiting. Here you go.
Nah, I can't do it. Yeah, nah.
We should though. We should. That'd be good, man.
It's just hip hop in general. Nah. If you was talking about like, okay, best West Coast, best East Coast, best Atlanta, best Dirty South type shit, maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be cool. I mean, for like controversy and shit, like it'll be good to like. I mean, that's the thing. You compare apples to oranges. It's kind of like, what the fuck is the point? But at the same time,
at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time though, it can be interesting. You know what I mean? Look at us right now. We're reading his their list.
Right. And speaking of list, number 11, Take Care. First of all, this is an R&B album, so this shouldn't be on the list. But nah. Would you say this is Drake's best album?
Yeah, I would say like from an artistic and conceptual and standpoint, yes. Like he really had a sound that he really dialed into, and it was very unique and it was very emotive and everything. Do I like? These aren't the songs that I would play though. Like honestly, like if I was like picking some Drake songs, but. Some of them I do. Some of them are just really fucking good. Really fucking good. I actually feel like I'm not actually mad about how high it is on the list, bro, because I'm actually not, because when I really think when Drake, 2011, We're 11 years later. There's no fucking question that this shit is like classic to me.
Mm.
When you look at the legacy he's or created in 10 years, we already know. And see, to me, it's like those kind of artists and those kind of albums. When you can certify the classic kind of early, like that's when you like know to me. Like Kendrick, people already know like Kendrick's got some classic albums. We don't know which ones we would rank first, but like he's got some classic albums. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I think Drake is the same, just because of how much Drake has shaped hip hop in the last 10 years.
So I'm gonna say, didn't we rank Kendrick's album though?
We did. I guess it's just like, but it's just hard to, you can't say
it was hard to rank all them.
It was hard, and like you know what I mean, like I had trouble with it, but this one in particular, like I do hear what you're saying about the fucking singing though, because the singing was so heavy, that like it was like what I say is as much of a pop album as a rap album, like probably not, but it's not pop. Nah, but like it still had the makings of some pop shit in there. I think it was like probably like 60% hip hop,
especially what's that genre?
Like
Crew Love,
and the one with Rihanna, like the dance beat, like take someone else.
Oh
it's called Take Care. We talk about his new album. And I was like, I thought about that beat when I heard the new album, like the little bouncy house beat. So for me, I mean, I feel like this album's probably like 40% rap, like 40% R&B, and like 20% pop. Like for me, that's probably what I would say. So I don't know if that can make it a rap album though, because I don't know if. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm splitting hairs or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, bro?
I mean, I joke all the time saying that it's an R&B album, but it's definitely like his greatest. It's definitely like his best work. I would say personally, Nothing Was the Same is probably my favorite Drake album. Personally, Nothing Was the Same.
It bumped more.
Yeah, it definitely bumps more. Like Pound Cake was just the beat was just fucking fire. But and you could argue that Take Care. You could argue that maybe, depending on who you talk to. But
right.
I see what you're talking about as far as like the impact and like, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say I'm mad at it being at 11. It would definitely be top 20 for sure. But I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, me neither, bro.
Yeah. Now we move on to the top 10s. Number 10. Speaking of R&B.
Yeah. Nah, it's definitely got to be on there though.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely
gotta be on there.
That shit went diamond. Not that matters. Not that that's a reason for it to be up there, but.
Yeah, this shit was so amazing.
For just to be her only solo album, and it still holds up to this day. And this shit came out in '98.
Good. So good. She is so fucking talented. She was so talented when she recorded this shit.
Exactly.
Wow, I didn't even realize she was 23. No, she was 23. She was 23 on this album.
Oh wow!
So no fucking way.
So she was 21. She was 21 when fucking Score came out. That's wild. Damn. Shit.
Wow. Yeah. I'm not mad at all. I think that's exactly where it should be.
This is definitely a top 10 album for sure.
That's exactly where it should be. That's exactly where it should be.
Now we talked about this before the show. Like top 10, minus one album. I had no problem with the top 10. I might rearrange some shit, but I had no problem with the top 10 list personally. I mean, from their standards. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I don't really remember everybody, but let's see who's next.
But yeah, there's nothing to really say about Lauryn Hill. I mean, it's Lauryn Hill, like.
Right. I mean, she's a legend. You know what I mean? Just like legend. That's it.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I'm not mad about
I'm
this
like,
shit
nah.
either. I love
Mm-hmm.
this shit.
This is
Yeah, I
like,
remember. I remember it was college, and they said, like, I was like one of those like welcome to college orientation type shit. I remember that one of
mm,
the questions they asked like, what would be the song that would play if you entered a room? And I was like, okay, we got the jazz, Low End Theory, Tribe Called Quest. That was the one. I was like, that's it. Some low key, just strolling in, you know what I mean? Like that. That was the song, and I was just like that. That's like that song and this album. It just their whole style just so smooth and jazzy and
mm,
just it was just good, bro. And and it proves you don't need all the gangster shit to make a good rap
mm-hmm.
album. You don't need all that shit, and neither of them are trying to be someone they're not. And they're just like who they are, and of course I love them. They're from Queens, so I gotta like them.
Facts.
So yeah, bro. No, I'm not mad about that shit at all.
Hell yeah.
Nope, nope.
Yeah, I'm not mad about this either. I think my favorite Tribe Called Quest album is Midnight Marauders.
Just can't go wrong there either, man. It's classic
Exactly.
too.
Exactly.
Love that shit.
And I don't think where was that at? I can't remember where it was on the list. That was, but yeah, I had nothing to say about this one either.
It's so good, bro.
Yeah, number 8. Mm. I was just watching that show too on Hulu.
Yeah, no, this is
This is a
no
no brainer.
mistake. Yeah,
This
you
is no
can't really.
brainer. You can't, yeah, at all. Protect Your Neck, Cream, Method Man. All could be so simple, like every track. And I seen them live when they did the anniversary, like 25 anniversary tour.
Wow,
Yeah, and they had everybody on stage,
wow,
everybody,
wow.
and they performed the whole album in order. Uh, this is like the only this is like the only super group like in rap successful super group.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, man. I can't even think of a super group. Yeah, no,
Like
like
everyone else has tried, but
right. I thought of like like recent, like last 2010s was like Slaughterhouse was doing their thing.
that's the only one that came to mind was Slaughterhouse, or was it Mount Rushmore with Ice Cube, Snoop.
But like D12 or something. You say they're a super group?
Nah, I wouldn't say they're a super group.
Because a super group, you gotta have like successful, established
Yeah, yeah.
members that like I can see that.
And I rock with D12, but I want to say they're a
Yeah,
super
none of
group.
them were like superstars in their own,
Yeah,
except Eminem. You know what I mean? So
exactly. They just unfortunately they just couldn't like blow up like they could have.
I feel like the firm was trying to be one for sure. They were trying
They
to be
should
one.
they should have been. They should have been. But I don't know. I don't know why it was a flop. The album didn't sound well. I gotta go back and listen to the album to be honest. The Fern album,
Yeah, I'm not really sure either, man. Like,
because like you got what it was Nas, Az, Foxy Brown, Cormecca, Nature
yeah, he
with
got he
Drake
got
with Drake on
Cormega got
production.
replaced by Nature. Yeah,
Oh, that's
he
what
was
it was.
beefing
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Mega,
yeah.
and then
And
Dre
then
on
with Dre on
production.
production, it's like
Yeah.
and what the perfectionist that Dre is and what it was and is like how did it flop? Unless it was just
I mean, cool. Yeah, I feel like I
I
have
could
to listen to it again, but like
yeah,
commercially, there's a lot of reasons why something won't work commercially. You
that's
gotta have
true.
the right. You gotta have the right people behind
They
you.
probably just
Like
didn't mesh together
period.
too.
You gotta have the right people behind you, and also, I mean, I would say as a super group, like, I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, Nature or Cormega or even Az were never superstars. Like not like
Unfortunately.
Nas,
Or
even
even
Foxy
Foxy
Brown.
Brown. Yeah.
Like
Unfortunately. But AC should have been. AC definitely should
yeah,
have
I
been.
always felt like, and if to quote Jay Z, if Skill Soul, truth be told, you know, he would be he'd be like a Jay Z, like just like he said, talking about Talib Kweli, like he'd be up there, but skills aren't all that matter. Then
Yeah, you're
you
right.
got to have a lot of the shit. You gotta have a lot
Exactly.
of the shit to make it in this shit.
Hell, Kendrick said the same shit about Killer Mike.
Oh yeah, y'all fuck y'all critics if he be platinum. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
But yeah.
man.
But speaking
Oh,
of
I
just
love
man,
it.
we
Love
gotta talk
Killer
about.
Mike.
We probably talk about this after the show, but we gotta talk about the debut list that we were talking about, like the little tournament we were trying to do.
Oh yeah.
With all the debut albums, like this is definitely gonna be up
Oh, the
there
Wu
for
Tang.
sure. Yeah, for
Oh,
debut albums,
of course.
of
I
course.
mean,
Like
the fuck.
right.
I
Shit, that
remember
might
listening to that shit in high school. I remember it was in Spanish class. I didn't give a fuck about
same
Spanish class, and I
same.
remember listening to this, and yeah, that was really. It was like some really like. To me, it played like hip hop, like opera. It was like you had
Yeah,
like it was
it was
like
some
it's
raw
hard to
shit.
describe. Like it was just some really like and RZA's beats were just. And this was in the 2000s. Like I mean, this was well into the 2000s when I heard this shit for the first time, actually.
Mm.
And even then, I was still so I had heard all the people that RZA inspired, like later on, but I
Mm.
was still like, this is very different. The shit that he samples, I mean, obviously all like the kung
Yeah,
fu shit was way different. Um, yeah, it was just, yeah. I mean, you can't really say shit about it. Cream will be played forever, so I mean, it is what it is. You know what I
oh,
mean?
definitely for sure.
I mean, that's been quoted a million fucking times for a reason.
Yes, exactly. Number 7. See, and I love y'all know I love Missy. Missy's from Virginia. But this is the one album that I don't think it should be in the top 10. And keep in mind, I love Missy. Missy's my favorite female artist, female rapper, woman MC, however you want to phrase it. But I don't think it should be top 10. As great as this album is, but 1 Minute Man, Get Your Freak On, the tracks, but
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think I can really even say because I haven't listened to the whole shit. Obviously, I know the
yeah,
singles, but
yeah.
um,
Oh, quick side note: Happy birthday to Missy. She just turned 51 today. Hip hop fact for
happy
the day.
birthday, Missy.
My hip hop fact for the day.
Yeah, you got a lot of those, so keep
Right.
them coming, bro.
My daily
Got
hip
a
hop
lot of
facts.
those.
Check them out on my TikTok. A-Tone Productions. Boom. Hold on, wait.
Yeah. Put that shit in there.
There it is. Boom. I mean, that's my IG, but it's also my TikTok. A-Tone Productions.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom.
Get your freak on though. I feel like that's one. I mean, that's very memorable. That one,
Definitely.
but I think it might be a little bit 7. I don't know.
Yeah, for 7, I'm like, nah.
I don't know.
Get your freak, like you said, Get Your Freak On is memorable, but nah, not for a top 10, in my opinion. Some people might disagree, but I mean, that's music for you. Number 6
I'm not
was,
mad at that actually either, to be honest.
yeah, I'm not.
I wouldn't personally put it as my number 6, but
Yeah,
you're talking about like this is one of the most ambitious rap albums ever. Like, yeah, musically, I mean, some of the guest artists. I mean, this shit is fucking crazy. This is definitely Kanye's most sophisticated. To me, it's his most sophisticated album, like no doubt. Because I think for me, you can be sophisticated and that's cool, but also be able to like be coherent. And that's where I fell off with Yeezus because I'm like, well, I don't know what the
yeah,
fuck he's
exactly.
talking about. But on this one, I know what he's talking about, and he's doing it. I mean, just from the intro with Nicki. I mean, just bro, it's fucking crazy. And the guest list he has on here from Hove, Pusha, RZA, like Swiss Beats. Like, I mean, it's just crazy the amount of people he has working on this album, like hip hop legends. And yeah, I mean, this has got to be top. I'm not mad this is top 10 at all.
Yeah.
What about you, bro? What do you think?
No, this is definitely like his best project. But in terms like lyricism and production, yeah, it's definitely his best work. Because it's crazy what Kanye is like. Okay, like as his production got better, his like lyricism just dropped. And this is like,
Yeah.
and this is like at the point where they were both like at the same level.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great way to sum it up. That's a really good way to sum it up, dude.
Yeah, couldn't have
Exactly.
this album.
That's a really
Well,
good way to sum it up.
actually, no, this and Watch the Throne. Well, if you're talking about just solo work, then yes, this is like the peak. But you can't forget about Watch the Throne because lyricism was there too, as well as the production. But then after that, once 2013 hit, yeah, poopity scoop, poop de whoop. Now we go to number 5. Hold on, if my shit stops freezing. There we go.
Not mad at all. Nope.
At all.
Nope. This is absolutely belongs. Eat top 5. Top 5 for me. Yeah. This shit was so fucking good, bro.
Facts. I still catch myself going back and listening to it.
It was one word I would say for it is just brilliant. It's just brilliant all around. Like musically, just like, oh my god, soulful, it's angry, it's reflective, it's sensitive, it's militant, it's like it's everything. It's everything. I had to get the vinyl. Put it on the wall.
Oh, yeah,
It's right behind me. Where is it? Which side is it on? Yeah, it's over there on there. Yeah, you can see it behind me. Yeah, man. I mean, this shit special. You're not gonna hear this very often, or if ever again. Crazy. Right. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like taking his time with an album. You see him take his time. Took 3 years between this and UK Mad City. And you really hear the difference. Like, opens up rapping on a jazz beat. Like, what the fuck?
And no album is the same for him. Like, everything's different.
Yep.
Yeah. This is definitely his best album. Well, I like Section 80 more. I listen to Section 80 more than I listen to Pimp a Butterfly. But I will say that Pimp a Butterfly is arguably his best album.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like it's his most impactful. I wouldn't say it's the easiest to listen to, but it's the most impactful for me. Like, wow.
That is real. Speaking of impactful, number 5.
Yeah, I'm not mad at this shit at all.
At all, yeah, that's definitely
it's gotta be on there. Sure. It's gotta be on there. It's gotta be on there. This is there. Yeah. You know, political rap is really like not a huge thing, at least in the mainstream at all right now. But you look at like just the impact. Yeah.
Exactly. Like you can't talk hip hop and not talk about Public Enemy. Like at all. Bring the Noise, Don't Believe the Hype. Bring the Noise is my shit though.
Bro, Bring the Noise, Black, what was it? Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos. Hardest song I've ever heard about a prison breakout. Hardest shit you'll ever hear in your life. I was like, and you listen to it like, yo, I've heard this shit sampled 50 million fucking times. Like everybody was trying to be them. Like, yeah, bro. I mean, I think just
Bomb Squad was in the bag with this one.
Bomb Squad, bro. I mean, like, and we gotta also thank them for, you know, like the early Ice Cube, as well as artists like that were inspired by that. You know, like they were just so balanced. I remember, like I mentioned him again. I'll mention him. My history teacher, Chris Kerhides, in high school. He had a big ass poster of this album cover on the wall, and that's how I knew we'd be friends. Stayed in touch with him too. Like this shit, like it's like a history fucking book and a history lesson. You know what I mean? I think I said this before on the show. The first day of class, he showed a music video from this album to like educate us
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, and then you look at like the music video, it was everybody. I think that their army was called the S1. That was like their army, and everyone was
Mm.
militarized and like marching and shit. Then you had like Flavor Flav with the clock. Like, it was the perfect balance of everything. Flavor Flav, the hype man, he was kind of like he was like funny, he was goofy, whatever. And then you had Chuck D, who was just like he's like Rakim on steroids, just like that's just doing like just political shit, radical shit, like just dead serious, nothing funny about it. Like, it was just the perfect balance between the two of them, and then Bomb Squad's beats. Like, that was just
Facts.
perfect. It was perfect. And I didn't grow up. I wasn't like a teenager in the late '80s, but like knowing people that were, when you talk about that time period and you talk about like inner city issues, or like even like issues that like African Americans were facing and whatnot. You look at movies like Do the Right Thing came out like a year later, and that was like
Mm, yeah,
that
yeah,
had the
yeah,
song real heavy in there. Fight the Power was like the theme song and shit for it. It really spoke for a period of time. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm speaking from a detached perspective, but it spoke for that era. Ronald Reagan, all that anger over his policies and all that shit. Like, this was like a response to that. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
This shit, man. Classic, bro.
Yeah.
Classic shit, bro.
Ain't nothing
Not
much else
mad
to
at
say.
all.
Right. That's definitely top 10. Hell, top 5. Definitely top 5. Number 3.
Nah, man, this is
Blueprint.
trash. Take this shit off the list. Just who? Kanye what? Yeah, this shit was
Kane? Is that Kane West?
Kane West. Yeah.
Kane.
Yeah, I mean, you know how I feel about this shit.
I know. But do you think it deserves to be number 3? That's the question. Because you had this vinyl too. Yeah.
You know what? I mean, I think if I reverse the argument, like, why would this not be number 3? I actually don't have an answer for that. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like maybe, because I think if I think about albums that are just like, when I think about like Victory, or like just like you want to listen to somebody just who just went from rags to riches, and they're talking shit and they're on some boss shit, like at the highest fucking level, just play this shit. Cause it just plays like somebody, it plays like just like a movie. It sounded like a movie to me. It sounded like a movie to me. So for me, it was just a definition of epic, and it's so cohesive. Love the beats, of course. Um, yeah, no, I'm not mad at that at all. And I think about, you say what? Oh, I froze. Yeah, it got kind of quiet. Yeah, something gonna happen. No, I think like I said, like I can't come with any reason why it shouldn't be. I really can't. Like, I really can't, because I think about the amount of songs that came out with it, the amount of impact it had, like Jay-Z, who he is, like just that rags to riches story. Like, he is real, just like, it's just the most legendary shit ever. So to me, it's just like, I have no problem with it at all. What do you think? You think it should be top 3 or?
I don't know about a top 3. You're talking about hip hop albums of all time. I don't know about top 3. You could argue top 10, but I don't know about top 3 personally. But yeah, I don't know about 3, but top 10 for sure. You can make that. You could make that argument. I'm not gonna say for sure, but you definitely can make that argument for top 10.
What do you think it was missing?
But that's the thing too, though, because that how you like, you gotta think about how you're gonna base the list. Like, would you say that Blueprint is super impactful compared to like Illmatic?
Yeah, I would say I would put them on that.
The same
I
level.
would.
I'm
I'll
about to
probably say
say.
I would actually probably say the Blueprint's more impactful, to be honest, just because
Okay.
of the commercial impact. Honestly,
Okay.
I think yeah, that's personally that's personally how I feel.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm
Um,
not mad at that. I think I'm looking a little more like the rawness of it, like the rawness with the hip hop type shit. But I definitely can see
mm.
from a commercial standpoint. Oh yeah, definitely. I can see why you say that.
And like for me, just to be honest, being a producer and like having fell in love with beats like when I was 10, this album, the beats on this shit are just like just my that was my dream. I remember as a kid, like I used to have dreams of like me being on an album. I never like imagined myself to be a rapper ever, but I always thought like, oh, it'd be so great if I had all the producers from this album on my album. Like just like that,
Right.
that was my biggest that was my biggest dream as a kid. Like I just wanted that so bad. So like the beats on this shit, just like the ones even listed on here, Heart of the City, Never Change, Song Cry. You don't know, like I mean, come on, man. The beats are just the best beats. To me, this is the best produced, my favorite produced hip hop album. This is my
Okay.
favorite one. This is my favorite
Okay.
one. Yes,
I'm not
sir.
mad at that. Cause you did put this on your top five anyway. Did you put top five albums? Was this on your top five?
I definitely did. I got to. I had to.
Yeah.
I had to. I had to.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I don't know if I'll put it top three though, but yeah, 10 arguably yes. All right. My computer's starting to freeze. Technical difficulties. One second. There we go. All right. Number two. There we go.
Mm.
We talking about commercial. Let's think of
Mm.
again. Outcast number two. Not mad at
Yeah,
it.
I'm not
Yeah.
bad at that shit either, dog.
When you really think about it, if you're looking for a commercial standpoint.
I mean, from every standpoint, commercial,
Yeah.
like artistic,
Yeah, all of it.
lyricism, like production.
Just catchy and just like some just catchy songs too.
I remember when I first heard it, I thought it was like a little too weird for me for some reason. I was like, kind of thought it was weird, some of the songs. And oh, did I just go out again?
No, you good.
Okay, I didn't freeze. I remember I thought it was like a little weird. I didn't really get some of the songs at first, and then over the years, like yeah, this shit so creative, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
and the songs. Oh, we just talk about Blueprint, like the song, like no, I don't think Blueprint had any songs like Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson will be
Nah.
played forever. Like you
Oh
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like as like
Miss Jackson's
Miss
so
Jackson
fresh, so
cut into
clean.
like pop. Miss Jackson became like a pop phenomenon. Like you know what I mean? Like and you could say, it became way more than hip hop. Like it became way more than
Yeah,
hip hop, and it laid the foundations for the Love Below. You know what I mean? And all that shit.
it
Just
did.
like
Facts.
Hey
Facts.
and all that shit because it was like yeah that just spoke to a way larger audience. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at that shit at all. I actually want to play that shit like tonight. It's just fucking fire. I
Right. I'm
fucking
definitely
love
not
that
mad at
shit,
it.
bro.
Like I said, yeah, it had everything. It had commercialism. It had lyricism. It had It was artistic. Catchy songs, like I said, Miss Jackson, or it had a big. Yeah. Just yeah.
That shit was so good, bro.
It really
Oh
was.
my god, I'm looking at the songs again. I'm just like, oh wait, what the fuck was I talking about? This is oh
What
my
was the one
god,
joint?
man.
I did the one skit, not skit, but like the one joint
The skits were hilarious,
Toilet
yo.
Tisha. I like that song, Toilet Tisha.
Oh yeah. I remember one of the skits like I'm cool. That shit was funny. She's like sitting. I forget what it was, but it just ended so funny. That shit was funny as fuck. Snapping and trapping.
Mm.
A call before I come. We love these hoes. Oh my god, bro, this shit, gangster shit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about gangster shit.
Oh, it's so fucking good, bro.
Wait, was the whole world on that one, or was that on another one?
You say what?
The whole world, was that on that one?
Nah,
Nah,
I
that
don't
was on
think
the
so.
no, that was on what's the album was that? Present no Andre and Big Boy present Outkast. I think it was on that album. I
Oh,
think that,
oh yeah, greatest. It's like a greatest
yeah, that
hits
was like
joint,
the
right?
greatest. That was like the greatest hits album. Yeah, yeah. But they had that new song. Play it with them and Killer Mike. Yeah,
Bro, that Outkast,
yeah. What's
I
up? Okay.
gotta be the best duo in hip hop history, dog.
Oh, it definitely
I'm
is.
trying to think of like anybody else. Like,
Ain't no duel topping them, in my opinion. Ain't nobody topping them, lyrically or commercially.
and it's
Or
so
commercially,
funny.
definitely.
Like, I feel like I don't know if it's just my northern bias, but like growing up, even in like the '90s and shit, like people thought the South was kind of like a joke or something. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like thought like, oh yeah, New York. That's everything's just New York, and then it was West Coast. Like
Yeah.
if you thought Southern rap couldn't be better than everybody else, I mean, listen to Outkast's fucking discography, because their whole discography
Exactly.
is crazy. Like there will never be another like that, to be honest.
Nah.
And I'm glad Blueprint came before this, because I'm thinking like not just because of the order, but just because of the contrast. Like this is
Mm.
in a way like I don't know if there'll be another Jay-Z like story of that level of epic, like from the projects to Billionaire, like just what he's done as a whole for rap. But like in terms of like Jay-Z being a good rapper over good beats, that's not as special as like this. Like you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like getting an Andre
Yeah.
3000, then like this is really unique. This is some real unique shit that you're not gonna hear. Like yeah, nah. To
Yeah.
me, they were on some creative shit the same way like Kendrick was on some creative shit with the Pimp a Butterfly. Like, it was just
Mm.
so colorful and chaotic. Like it was just
But
yeah.
still got their messages across.
Got the message. Yeah, you got all the messages across. I mean, you see them in the picture. What's behind them? You know what I mean? Like yeah. So now they make it. They're saying a lot on this album too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Would you say this is their best album?
Yeah, I would say so. Um, is it my favorite one? I keep playing AT Aliens. That just I keep
Mm.
coming back to that one over and over and over. But in terms of their best, I would probably say so, yeah, because
Mm.
Aquemini was really fucking good. So I think
Criminal is my
Aquemini is
favorite. That's my
pretty
favorite.
Aquemini is really close. It's really hard to rate the Love Below and Speaker Boss because it was split, so it was a little harder for me to like
Yeah.
compare it. But Aquemini was really fucking good. I mean, you just watch their sound like evolve. They just evolve so naturally. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like AT Aliens was very like raw, like hip hop. It was a bit colder sounding, and the beats were a bit more like mechanical and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Aquemini became like more creative and kind of a little zany and shit. And then I would say Stankonia was probably the best one. I would say, yeah, probably, probably.
But don't forget about Southern Playlist is Cadillac Music.
Yeah, that shit was fire
Can't forget
too.
about that one.
Keep crumbling her.
That's my shit. That was my joint.
I
That
remember listening to that at work. I remember that shit. Of
Players Ball. That was my Players Ball.
course.
Get up, get out.
Oh, I just
That
love them, man.
that had everybody. Like you had Dungeon Family as a whole. Like 'cause, you had Outkast, you had Goody Mob with CeeLo and all them.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Soul Food, that Soul Food album.
Mm. I mean, yeah, just
That joint was pretty low too though. from what I can remember on the list.
Organized Noise. That's the
Yeah.
producer shout out that I'm gonna give. Organized Noise like that. Yeah, I would have loved to be in the studio for that shit. That is some. Yeah, that might have been like you walk in that studio, you feel like you're in outer fucking space type shit. Like this is they're on some different shit in here. Like the vibes in here are different. Like because they really drew that background for all this shit. You know what I mean? That the beats, the sound.
Facts.
Yeah, bro.
Number 1. There we go. Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, dog. Like,
I said nope. I'm like, Diddy,
listen,
who'd you pay off?
I understand. Yeah, Diddy. Yeah. Fucking Diddy paid him off. Fucking Rolling Stone. He called Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I don't know about number 1.
I just don't. I mean, like to be honest, would I be happy with any of them at number 1? I don't know. I probably feel differently.
Yeah.
Like it'd have to be a shared.
I was thinking the
win,
same thing.
You know
I was thinking the same thing.
But for me, like I actually visited Ready to Die way later in my hip hop listening experience for some reason. I don't know why. Like I feel like when I really got into 90s hip hop, I had heard Biggie's name so many fucking times that I was like, all right, I know about him. I know, but I'm on some different shit. You know what I mean? Like I know he's the shit. I've heard it a million fucking times. Can you still hear me, bro?
And yeah, we are back live finally. Fucking technical difficulties, but I mean, what can you do? So what we were talking about number 1. Well, recap. We were talking about the top 200 Rolling Stones hip hop albums. We discussed the top 20. We got all the way to number 1, which was "Ready to Die" by Notorious B.I.G. And right off the bat, you were just like, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just. Well, and then I said that like if, I mean, we put it anything as number 1, it'd be almost impossible to not have like a reaction to it. Like there's no clear number 1. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Like it's just like it's like asking like who's the best athlete of all time. Like I mean I don't know. Like there's 10 different sports. Like you know what I mean. It's like it's hard to say. I was saying in the middle of saying that Biggie for me. That album came a lot later for me. Like I had heard a lot of 90s shit before I listened to that album. Actually, I had heard. I mean, in the early 2000s when I started listening to 90s shit, I had heard Biggie over and over and over. I knew he was a legend. I knew all this shit. Obviously, I heard a lot of the singles. And when I listened to this album, I just didn't. One thing I didn't like about it was just it kind of. It was kind of just depressing. I don't know why. It just felt kind of depressing to me. I don't know. Yeah. That's just the vibe I got from it. But you know, that's why I don't know. It's kind of hard, man. Like, what do you think, man?
Yeah, I don't think it should be number 1. But it's definitely not a bad album. It was great. It's a great album. A little bit too one-dimensional for me, minus. You know, like the commercial songs, mine is like, you know, Big Papa and like One More Chance. But other than that, it was just like, it was just too one-dimensional for me. So I personally want to put it as number 1. But of course, like the lyricism was there, the flow was there.
Sure.
He did a whole album with, you know, minus Diddy or Puff Daddy at that time. The only other feature he had was with Method Man. So he did it with limited features, which I enjoyed. Because I ain't gonna say that's rare nowadays. You get that a lot nowadays. But Yeah, like as impactful as the
Oh, it's really
classic as
good.
it is, I
Yeah.
wouldn't put it as number one. You good?
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, yeah, I just feel like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of, yeah, I agree with you. I just think that there's other shit that's a little bit more engaging. I don't know.
Yeah,
For me.
like we could definitely talk about like other stuff that didn't make the top 20. Like we said, like Illmatic, they didn't make it up there,
Yeah.
which I feel like it should be up there. Hell, I should say Chronic should be at least 30s, at
Yeah,
least
I
30,
agree. I mean, I
top
agree.
30, if anything. If I'm being unbiased,
I totally agree.
and then you had albums like College Dropout that was like y'all put uses in front of College Dropout. Like
Yeah.
how? Like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, yes, but Reezus, no, nah. Mm.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I do.
It's just some of the stuff. It's just like, what is y'all doing?
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely, definitely a human behind that choice, with their own opinion. So,
Right?
Subjective.
Yeah. I mean, that's music. That's music as a whole, anyway. It's all subjective. So
I mean, I think Vanilla Ice should have made that shit though. I don't like how there were no white rappers. I feel excluded. I feel like white males got excluded for the first time. Like I feel hurt. Like how is there not a white rapper? Oh my god, we need Vanilla Ice, man. Listen,
I mean,
either
Eminem
that.
look what? Eminem look what? 25.
He's 25. Yeah.
The racism.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, racism. Yeah. Or my favorite term, reverse racism.
Haha.
Stupid as shit. There is no such thing as reverse. It's just racism. It's just racism. But yeah, man. Yeah, sir. I think yeah, there's definitely a couple that could have made it. For sure.
Yeah. Oh no. At least the top 20 wasn't too bad.
I agree.
Yeah, wasn't too bad.
Nah.
Maybe not in those exact spots, but do some rearranging.
Yeah. I agree, man.
I would personally like to see a Pac a little bit higher, but that's me being biased. So in the Chronic, again, that's me being biased. Well, as you know, unbiased. I feel like Chronic should still be higher, but especially before Chief Keef, like the fuck, come on, son.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah. But yeah, man. That was the list.
That's the list.
That was the list. All right, next time we go live, we're definitely going to do the Logic review, Vinyl Days. I gotta figure out who else we're gonna put a guest on the show, but we definitely gonna talk about Logic. And
yeah, let's get a guest on this. That'd be dope.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, all right, man. Let's go ahead and do the outros. Go ahead with your outro.
All right, yes, sir. All right, I'm Nick Neighbors. I'm a hip hop producer. You can find me online, Nick Neighbors Prod, on your screen, IG, BeatStars, YouTube. You can find my beats. Drop new beats every week. Yeah.
And then with me, let's get ready for my long ass outro. You can follow me on Twitter at Hip Hop Vibes. That's hip_hop_vibes. You can follow me on IG and on TikTok at A-Tone Productions. That's A_tone_productions. I always post my daily hip hop facts For example, today is Missy Elliott's birthday. She just turned 51. So happy birthday, Missy Elliott. 2 up, 2 down. Of course, follow us on YouTube, Hip Hop Vibes the podcast. It's like a charcoal question. You gotta type in the whole thing. Just like that.
Yeah.
Colon included. We go live every 2 weeks, every other Friday. So be on the lookout for that. Follow me on Twitch while I go live. We go live on Twitch as well, on War Machine 1919. I also game on there too. Right now I'm playing Pokemon, doing the Pokemon No Slot Challenge. I lost some Pokemon along the way, but it's my first No Slot Challenge. I mean, hey, it's gonna happen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. With that being said, I'm your boy AJ.
Your boy Nick.
This Hip Hop Vibes the podcast. Catch you on 2 weeks.